So, Luna Ra Starshine is a visionary spiritual guide, sound alchemist, and dragon emissary dedicated to awakening the ancient power within each of us. Known for her transformative dragon activations, vocal transmissions, and energy work at sacred sites worldwide. So, I will hand you over and welcome.
Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction, Barbara, America's Dragon, and Kelly. Thank you so much. Thank you to Kevin for having me here as well. It's been a super powerful day, and just feeling everyone's dragon energy and magic, and it's also unique and beautiful and powerful. And I love the diversity that is here and that is being presented in this space. And it's a really unique and beautiful opportunity that we have to come together in a space like this, kind of a galactic, interdimensional space of sharing our multidimensional gifts and abilities and talents in this space. So thank you all so much for being here and being present and wanting to share and connect and tap in. So I am just going to just get us settled in. I know there's been a lot of movement and you had a quick little break, but I definitely invite you to just like shake the body, roll the neck, move the shoulders, just kind of check in with where you're at today, giving yourself a hug, just bringing some nurturing energy into the body. Just we want to be fully present. I'm going to bring forth a prayer and a dragon activation today. And that comes through in a way that's pretty organic and natural. Many have talked about light language and different languages, dragon languages, and I've been called an inner earth crystal singer, and I feel like I kind of share more of a language of Gaia and a language of the cosmos, and this is something that unique that we are all carrying, and we each activate different energy and different things for one another when we share these codes that are within us, and when we tap into the flow state and the nature, our natural essence that we've had since our soul's origin, since the beginning of time. We each have this unique DNA, unique code that we are here to bring to light and bring to life through how we interact, through how we move, through how we tone, how we vibrate with our environment. So I've felt that the world is going through some pretty heavy challenges at this time, and we're learning how to hold more. We're learning how to carry more energy and transmute it at a faster, smoother rate without getting stuck in our emotion, without feeling so heavy in the body, so weighted. And as dragons, as dragon beings, we can feel really heavy at times, like we are literally carrying the world on our back or the cosmos on our back, like the cosmic turtle. So we can see ourselves like, oh, we have all this weight. We're going to let all that weight go, and we're going to transmute it and transform it so it's able to just flow through our body, through our energetic terrestrial field, and it moves so nicely and it doesn't feel heavy. It feels light. We want to transform that energy with our inner code, our inner galactic language, and bring that forth. So that's what I'm hoping I can help inspire within you today, is to kind of activate your own language even further, maybe than it already is, and help you to bring it through your energetic body so you can impact your environment, your space, and the world around you. And we also want to direct this energy to where it is most needed at this time. So we want to direct it into the waters. We want to direct it into the song lines, into the dragon lines, these organic lines that are encompassing, that are all around our planet, all around our world, Think about the natural water that is closest to you, the lakes, the rivers, the streams. We want to send this energy through those waterways so they can reach the places they need to travel to, through the depths of our ocean. Our ocean is experiencing immense difficulty right now with the pollution happening, with with everything happening in the world, with the war, with the flooding happening, the pollution happening from the fires in California, and really all over the planet. We're experiencing a shedding right now. So we're in the year of the snake. Last year was the year of the dragon, and now the snake is coming up. The Kundalini is activating to shed our skin. So we want to get rid of this old layer of energy, transmute it, and transform it. Whew. So now that we're coming into our body and space, just want to bring in the elements. So the first element I'm going to bring in is the earth element. So I'm working with cedar and juniper from North America, from Canada, actually, BC region. When I was there recently, I met another dragon, and she offered me the cedar and juniper from these ancient wise trees. And these trees have a lot of medicine for us. So I'm just sending you this smoke, this smudge into your space. May it travel through your crown and down your spine, through your limbs, so you can feel rooted and connected with these great trees, cedar and juniper. So just taking a nice pause and breathing in as if you can smell, because maybe you can smell the cedar and the sage. Maybe you can hear it as well. So we're also inviting the element of fire to come through and help us transmute and transform these energies through our energetic body, through our physical body. Breathing in deep, smelling the earth. And we're bringing in the element of air through our breath and through this wing. This is an owl's wing. And I invite you in this moment to bring forth your animal totems, and maybe a bird totem if you have one that connects with your dragon as well. So you connect with the element of air. So you breathe in, inviting air to cleanse and purify and run through your toroidal field, through your energetic field. And we're also inviting the element of water. And I have this blue dragon, guardian of the waters, protector of the waters, and I have sacred waters here with me as well that I've collected on many journeys. I think this is part of our work as well, is bridging waters from sacred wells, sacred sites, sacred springs. We can collect these waters and bring them together to alchemize the energies, uniting the rainbow dragon through the waters. And you can do that when you taste the water, when you drink the water. So if you have water, take a sip of water and just invite the water into the body to cleanse and purify. Okay, I have one more dragon stretch. Opening the wings, opening the heart fully so we can really receive these powerful energies that want to come through. And I wonder if you can hear the tuning fork. This is the vibration of Om. Awesome. I can hear it. Okay. So as we tune ourselves to our environment, to the present moment, just taking in this vibration, noticing where you are in your body, where your focus is, where your feet are planted, where you are on the map, on the earth, in your neighborhood, the environment, thinking about the nearest trees and the animals and your neighbors and just all the energies that create the environment where you live, where you're anchored and centered. We just acknowledge them. We acknowledge the land. We acknowledge the plants, trees, people, animals, and give thanks and gratitude for holding space and creating this environmental field. We want to send this cosmic language of the dragons of Gaia to activate the crystalline code, the crystalline web of Gaia, Mother Earth. We want to bring the heavenly energy down to the planet and anchor it within our bodies, as we are the mediums, we are the channels between worlds. So just relax into this moment, let go, be open in your heart, in your field. As we honor the directions, the north, east, south, and west. May there be peace in the north. May there be peace in the east. May there be peace in the south. May there be peace in the west. May there be peace in the heavens above. May there be peace in the worlds below. And may there be peace within us. And I invite you to call upon your intention from your heart space. As if you were planting a seed, the center of your being. Invite this intention. So we invite our dragon guides, the divine dragons, dragon guardians from the cosmos, from the elements, from all time and space, to be with us now. And the dragon invites you to look into its eyes. Look deeper. Face the truth in the eyes of the dragon. As you feel into the beating heart of the dragon that connects through the drum, through the heartbeat that we all share. Can you feel the heart of the dragon, the intention, the soul, that which the dragon wishes to unfold? Feel the fire, the earth, the air, and the water alchemizing. And on behalf of the dragon, we send this prayer throughout all time and space to uplift, to empower, to heal. Dando ya, dando que tunta ya, dando rica ya na que para idos. hainu Gaia, Nidu Yana hainu Gaia, Nidu Haya hainu Gaia, Nidu Gaia Hane Goya, Nidu Haya hainu Gaia, and see the dragons, see the council of wise beings, of the shining ones, the ancient ones, shining through your heart as they surround the planet as protectors and guardians, as the solar energies meet the earth, meet the waters, enlivening and activating the cellular memory of all hearts, of all beings as we come together. We surround the sacred fire once again to share our songs, to share our memories, to share our stories, to share our truth. What is true in you? What is alive in you in this moment? Bring it to the sacred fire. Bring your offering, your heart's song, and sing it unapologetically with pure authenticity, pure heart, pure memory. And I invite you to come back into your bodies, move the energy through your body. So something we can do to sweep the energy through the toroidal field is bringing the hands up through the heart, up around the face, and sweeping it over the body. And you can imagine the earth energies moving up your feet, bringing it up through your sacral, your solar plexus, up through the heart, and sending it up around your body. And doing this very often is very healthy, very good for the body to simply move these energies, because we're magnets for energy and we're consuming a lot, we're taking in a lot. We are being around other energies that rub off on us. So keeping your auric field clean by simply moving the energy from the heart space, moving your emotions from the heart space so things don't get stuck and trapped in your body. Because animals, and dragons, they know how to move trauma from the body immediately by shaking, by moving, expressing. So the divine dragons invite us to come into movement, serpentine movement, flowing through our hips, through our spine. Activating this energy through the physical body is so important, and allowing the dragon to be expressed through your movement, not just your sound or your song, but through how you show up. When you show up in the reality as a dragon, things shift so much around you, and you realize your power and influence when you are fully embodied. When you are embodied and you are shape shifting in your environment and you're interacting with people, birds, animals, mountains, rocks, streams, when you're interacting in a harmonious, flowing way where all of your cells, all of your muscles, all of your bones are in tune, and you're speaking a language through your movement, then reality becomes much more exciting and alive and invigorating. Then you are invigorating your reality. You are giving back to your environment by fully living through your cells. So this is what the dragons are inviting us to do today, is to fully live, fully experience life by tuning into the body's awareness, because we have 5 senses, so they say, but we have so many more than that, as most of you here know, because you are tapped into your clairvoyant gifts and your sensation and feeling, and you're able to feel things that maybe others can't or don't. It's not that they can't, it's that they don't choose to, because sometimes it's easier to numb or block things out, to distract. But when we learn to harness our own energy and we learn to feel through our environment, we expand and we become free, no longer trapped in illusion, no longer trapped in conditions, because we are truly free. And so I invite you to fully take that in, that you are free. Any bondage, any patterns of enslavement on your mind are not true. They are false. They are illusion. You are a free being that is here to express yourself in an authentic way that brings you joy and upliftment. So please, please, for the good of all, for the good of all of life, enjoy your life and express your natural beauty that is unique to you, and it comes from your heart. So thank you so much for tuning in to this activation, and I hope that it inspired you in some way and that you received something in some way. I feel like we've all been receiving so much from this beautiful gift, this beautiful offering of many dragon beings, that it will take a little time to integrate, and we can apply it in the world. Dragons are all about taking action. And so I definitely encourage you to take action. If there's one thing that came through from this summit, one little piece of inspiration, take action on it today. Take action on it immediately and start doing that in your life, in your day-to-day, being brave, being bold. Dragons are here to remind us to be courageous and to stand up for what we believe in, and to stand as guardians and protectors of innocent life and nature and creativity as well. The dragons also want us to remember that we are creators and not just consumers. Our modern society has led us down this road of where we are constantly stimulated and constantly consuming, and we need to balance that through our creativity. So anytime you catch yourself just bringing awareness, not judgment, but awareness to, when am I consuming when I could be creating instead? Even if I'm not inspired, I have to create the inspiration. It comes from my inner fire. So I allow that inner fire to burn by focusing on it and lighting a candle and just gazing into the fire. Gazing into the water as well is so healing for our mind and our brain patterning. Just simply looking at water, looking at running water or a lake or the ocean, or just into a glass of water, and feeling and sensing the water, because water is life. Water is pure life force energy that can be coded to heal our bodies and expand and open our minds in new ways. And we are wizards and witches and magical folk, and come from elvish and fairy lineage and dragon lineage, and we have hidden codes within us that we can't even begin to understand if we don't play and try new things that seem strange and unusual. But you get a small inkling to do something like sing to your water, or build a crystal grid in your yard, or build a fairy landscape, or maybe, anything, any little inspiration that comes, a little nudge that, oh, that'd be kind of a funny idea. You have to follow through on those inspirations, even if they seem silly, or oh, well, people are going to think I'm weird for this. That no one cares, honestly. It's just your mind. So please, for the good of all life, for nature, for us to remember that we are beings of nature. We are not separate. We are the earth in a human form, embodied, and also the heavenly energy, the celestial, our cosmic guides. We are also them, embodied. We are bridges of worlds, and we have capabilities that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of, because we are in our mundane life activities and our programming. We are letting that run our lives instead of following the magical path. And I know many of us here, we are all actually on the magical path, but we have to remember that that's our priority. We have to prioritize that more, that we are magic. So, yeah. If there's any questions or anything, please let me know. I kind of dived right into that. I'm consider myself a dragon oracle, dragon channel, a dragon guide, and this mic is called an MXL 990. Yeah. And I'm also a DJ and a musician and an artist, and I also am a manager to another artist who is a shamanic artist named Snow Raven. She's from Arctic Siberia, from the Saha people and lineage. So I'm very passionate about indigenous rights and helping empower indigenous people, especially indigenous women, to share their voice, their ancient languages, and to help others feel inspired to do that as well, and just connect with this ancient energy. We got to tour and go to a lot of churches over the past 2 years and share these shamanic activations inside of churches, and that felt so healing to my soul, as a reclamation for women to come into these kind of patriarchal spaces that have historically been harnessing and harvesting feminine energy and innocent energy and utilizing it for control. And we have this opportunity to reclaim these spaces now by bringing forth this ancient shamanic voices into these spaces and allowing them to be heard and seen and witnessed and felt and not condemned. And, there's something really important about us all reclaiming our voice and being able to speak, because many had their ancient language stripped away from them and they weren't allowed to speak it. And, that is just brutal to people. So having the opportunity to share a language that, I wasn't taught any ancient language growing up, or have a traditional language, but I have my soul's language, and I feel like that is so valuable, our soul's language, and the way that we communicate to nature when we're out in nature by ourselves, that is a special language. It's a magical language, and it opens portals and brings in harmonious energies. And then we have this right relation with the nature spirits, and the nature spirits can teach us so much when we're listening, but also when we're speaking to them in a language that we feel maybe they can understand. We just feel it. You don't think about it. You just feel it and allow it. And yeah, magic happens. And yeah, I'm also a DJ, and I also love that space. And dancing is another space where we can transform and work with energy. And whenever I'm dancing on the dance floor, I bring forth dragon energy and allow it to just move through me. So I love to also play music and just activate other people as well through ecstatic dance and different DJ journeys here in Sedona, Arizona, where I'm based. And yeah, I get to share a lot of dragon energy here with the land in Sedona, and it receives so much. My dragon work really came on in 2020 during COVID when I was really pulled to Sedona, and the Red Rocks spoke to me, and I just received so much from them and from being here and working with this land. So I'm forever grateful to Sedona, which then it opened me up to travel to many other sacred places and do other work with them, different people around the world, and get to go to the pyramids and to Brazil, to the jungle, and working with the Huniquin tribe and medicine, plant medicines, and just learning so much. And I still have so much to learn, but I'm so grateful to be able to share and just be my authentic self and encourage others to do the same. Yeah, thank you. Oh, okay, Ashland ecstatic dance. Lovely. Thank you. Yeah, so I'd love to hear if there's any other questions or comments, or if anyone had anything come up or experience during my share.
Not seeing any questions, but wow, beautiful. I was the one sharing about ecstatic dance here in Ashland. There we have really a lot of like multiple ecstatic dance groups that are playing in the valley, and lots of dancers here. My son is a really beautiful dancer, performance artist, and so there's a lot of that going on here. And we have concerts that happen, and there's a beautiful goddess temple here. If you ever make it to Shasta area and you all want to come up here, we'll hook you up with our crews up here and have you perform as a DJ. People would love you here.
Aw, lovely. Yeah, I think I've seen a little bit of the scene there in Ashland, so I would love to visit sometime. And I love
We're
Mount
very artsy,
Shasta.
we're very artsy fartsy and galactic humans here in this little bubble of people here. Ashland's
Yeah.
very switched on, awake, and a lot of people, yeah, just a lot of people who are dancing in it, in the light here. It's fun.
Yay, I love that. Yeah, it's really nice to connect with dance communities and
Mhm.
just really express in those spaces.
It's beautiful what you shared about your work with snow. I have such a appreciation for that. I'm a shaman, but I never call myself that. In general, in public, I don't use it as a title. I've been shamanically trained from the very beginning, but one of the reasons I don't put that on as a title is because of my respect for indigenous people who are struggling to hold on to their values and their truths and not feel robbed from or taken from or assaulted. And I've worked with a lot of my own students and clients who have been survivors. They were, for instance, one woman was taken from her family, raised with white family, completely removed from her tribe. And she wound up going back to her tribe and participating in a lawsuit and won, and wound up getting back to her tribe and is back living with them and supported by them. And they gave her everything, housing and a place to live, and her communal connection back. It was really powerful to witness that. And I think it's a very important thing, what you see with snow and how you guys travel. You must see a lot about stories like that, I imagine.
Yeah, it's really amazing and a beautiful gift to be able to travel to other communities and just hear all the different stories from, global perspective, because we have people from all over the world going through different things. And of course,
Mhm.
in the United States and Canada, Native Americans have just dealt with such atrocities. And I live here in northern Arizona, in Sedona, and so I'm a couple hours from the Dene, Navajo, and the Hopi reservations, and I get to visit those often and share what I can and help do fundraisers and just kind of try to create a right relation and let these people know that we love them and care about them and we're sorry. You know, we're terribly sorry for what has happened, and it's not my fault or your fault that this has happened. But there's a way that we can help to bring, if there's a way we can help to bring balance and right relation between people and just let them know that they're cared for and we care about their traditions and their culture and we want to uplift their message and their voice and we want to protect what is sacred to all people, which is the water and the nature and life. We all want to protect that. We all share that. And so I think it's really important at this time that we all just be there for each other and care about each other. And yeah, just let your neighbors know that you care about them and care about people, and because we don't know what's going to happen over the next few years. Things are going to get very, very interesting. We're going to be facing more natural disaster. We're going to be facing more man-made disaster. So I think it's just important to hold your neighbors close, hold your family close, and rise into your dragon power and dragon energy. Feel strong and stable and manage your emotions and do not let fear consume you, and take good care of your environment and you're going to be fine. And belong to a community, establish community, give back to community, because that's what's most important here is establishing our communities and giving thanks for what we have. And yeah, that's it.
Beautiful.
That's the way.
Totally. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. It's very important being on the ground and connecting with people here locally and where you are. Very important to being real in the moment with presence. So thank
Yeah.
you for that. Yeah, showing up. Yeah,
Yeah.
showing up for each other. It's vital, especially in
Yeah.
these times right now. And so much taking place that is stirring up and beyond our control. You know, I have the healer buddy who calls me from Canada and he goes, "This is about to happen and nobody's going to be able to do anything about it, butterfly." And I always go, I always go, "But Paul, we can pray." Okay, we can gather and pray. It's one of the greatest powers we have. When things are imminently looking like it's going to get bad, we can sit and pray. And so he like warns me about things he hears about, you know, like when they're about to drop nukes or something in some war that's going on. And I just gather all these peacekeepers and we pray like crazy, and then nothing, you know, the calm and the peace comes. So I really believe in the power of us uniting when we feel there's trouble, and really can help each other with that, you know? So coming together with each other is vital. Definitely a beautiful thing you're doing. Thank you for what you're doing and who you're doing it with and what your heart is holding. And thank you for your song and your drumming and your beautiful voice. It was lovely what you shared and are sharing. Keep going.
Thank you
Anybody
so
have
much.
questions or want to share anything? We have about, you know, a few more minutes, 10 minutes, I'd say, of more sharing time here for you. If you want to give anything else forward, if nobody else wants to ask you anything or share anything, but I invite everyone who's here to please come on, open up, get on the box here with us and talk to each other. Let's be connecting here now. So who wants to share, talk, engage? Anybody?
Sure. Hi.
Dina!
Hi, Dina.
How are you? I loved your singing, Luna. I just been sitting here quietly listening to everything and painting and listening and just anchoring the energy. And I just wanted something that really struck out with your singing, but also you mentioned that you connecting with the dragons. Was it Bell Rock?
Oh, Bell Rock is definitely one of, I didn't say Bell Rock, but
Oh,
Bell Rock is definitely one of the places I do connect often
oh,
at. Yeah. Yeah, so Bell Rock and Courthouse is what their names are, two powerful portals. Bell Rock is more of a masculine energy, a masculine portal. So it's an amazing place to go for manifesting. And I have literally made things happen by going to this place and giving offerings and saying my prayer and surrendering it, and things happen within 2 days typically,
wow.
of the times that I've really been like, okay, I need to meet this person, I need something to align, and I go there with my prayer and intention, and it happens. And that's definitely part of the reason why I live here in Sedona. Is just like, it's a very magical place, and Bell Rock is a very magical vortex. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what year I was there, but I think it was like 2020 or around that time that I actually finished reading the Sophia Dragon book and finished the that chapter, the initiation of the 777 dragon initiation at Bell Rock. And I just thought it was there, like it was at Bell Rock that I finished that. It was like amazing that the way the divine timing landed, that I would finish that dragon body initiation like right there. So I thought it was interesting that you mentioned Bell Rock, because that was one of the vortexes that I was at. And it's all just really beautiful, the magical alignment of things when we surrender to divine timing, you know? It just-
Absolutely. And the synchronicities of these places. And the other place with really high dragon energy in Sedona is Thunder Mountain. And they call it Lizard Head, which is, there's a Amitabha Stupa, Buddhist stupa. And behind that is Chimney Rock. And then there's also this, they say it's a giant dragon. It looks like a dragon. Lizard Head Rock is like the head of a dragon, and the Thunder Mountain is the dragon's body. And there's a dragon heart there. And so for me, that's also another incredible place to connect with dragon energy. And I've also been up there and been speaking or singing light language. And I saw an orb pass by in front of the Thunder Mountain, which I've seen a lot of spacecraft. I've seen a lot of different things here in Sedona, but that was the most powerful, incredible, like, thing that I've seen since living here. So,
Well, next time I go to Sedona, I'm gonna have to look you up, because I didn't know about you when I was there. It was like the
yeah.
very beginning of my dragon journey was I was there in the beginning of my dragon journey. So it just anyway, thank you. I loved everything you shared so
Yeah,
much
thank you so much.
today.
Yeah, keep in touch. For any of you watching, please let me know if you come to Sedona or need any suggestions or want to do a dragon activation on the land. I do that in person, which can be very powerful. And I also do dragon readings. I've been doing dragon readings for some time now, but I just started doing them on Etsy just to make them more available to more people. And it's fun for me to do in my free time, to connect with people's dragons in that way, or help bring messages forward that maybe you're just not fully receiving, or you just need the confirmation that your guidance is correct. So that's something I offer through my Etsy, which I think on my website listed. You can go to it. It's Dragon Goddess Alchemy on Etsy. And so those are really fun for me to do. And then, yeah, I do that in person. I also have on my YouTube channel different guided meditations and activations that I share there as well. And I also have, I'm also creating new music that I'm releasing this year on Spotify. So I have one song out on Spotify, and there will be more coming this year. And those songs, all my songs have been greatly inspired by dragon magic and energy over the last 5 years, because the dragons kind of really initiated me to come more into my power, to feel more expressive with my voice and feel more confidence just being on stage and having a presence and feeling like it's okay to take up big space. So that's another thing I like to work with dragons with on and share, is just like, it's okay for you to take up space and be big and be heard and felt and seen, because that's all, at the end of the day, like, that's all some of us need. That's the medicine we need to give ourselves, is just to have that space. And especially like when you're creating a space where it's like with the right people, or the right audience who's really going to be able to fully receive what you have to share and reflect back to you, like, this is medicine. So just like this space. So I'm very grateful for this space and creating a dragon legion and council of amazing people who have such unique connections with the dragons. Dragon energy is so unique compared to a lot of the other things being talked about within the conscious communities or spiritual communities. I just think that dragons are, big. It's like they're mythical beings, and yet they're so real. They're so present throughout so many cultures all over the world. So it's like they are tangible because everyone can relate to dragon energy in some way, or their ancestors could relate to the dragon and had some lore, some story about dragons. So yeah, I'm just really grateful for that. Even my drum that I was playing, oh, I don't think I showed it, but it's a dragon.
Oh,
And
wow, beautiful.
and I I received this drum when I was visiting Bali, and I've had the pleasure of and honor of spending some time in Bali over the last year, and that is a really amazing place because the people there are Hindu and practice the Hindu religion, and yet beyond that, they have a unique aspect with it because they're also connected to so many of the elementals, the guardians of the land, of the rice fields, of the waters, and many of the beings that they work with are very similar to dragons or are dragons. And there's even a lot of lore about the dragons living in the volcanoes there. And so they have to have this relationship of respect and honor and reverence throughout their daily life to kind of keep these spirits happy. And I just really appreciate that way of life and that way of living, and being around people that are in continuous prayer and recognizing the elements and honoring the spirits and deities and beings that they believe in through their culture. And I think that that's something that we can all incorporate in our daily lives, no matter what it is that you believe in, that you feel a connection to, carving that time out, the space, the discipline to just recognize those energies, recognize what's in your environment, puts you on a different level of connection and can open up your senses so much. So yeah, I'm very grateful to the lands I've been able to travel to. But yeah, but Bali has a very special dragon energy as well. Kind of my two homes right now between Sedona and Bali.
I have a friend moving there in 2 days.
Oh, amazing.
I saw on your bio on the site that you have an ebook for free to download. If you
Yes,
want
yeah.
to share about that at all before we wrap you up here, do you want to tell us anything about that?
Sure. Yeah, there's an ebook available there, and it's a connect with your dragon guide. So it just gives some nice tips for you to connect deeper with your dragon on your own and create your own dragon altar and carve out that space for yourself. So yeah, feel free to download it, and then that will get you on my email list, and I can share other offers and other things I'm doing through that. So I'd love to stay connected with you. Yeah, another part of my dragon journey has been through TikTok and through sharing dragon information on TikTok. So also my TikTok has a nice amount of dragon content there as well. And I was so surprised when I started doing dragon content on TikTok because I had no idea. I really had no idea so many people were interested in dragons. And I thought it was such a unique niche, thing. I was like, okay, we're going to talk about dragons now because dragons are kind of nudging me like, come on. So I did, and it's just been amazing, the community found there. So just some kind of last words of encouragement to all of you is to just don't be afraid to share whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're curious about. And I think the greatest way of that we learn is by teaching and sharing what we know, because that just enhances our education, and then we find more curiosity, or we get questions and we find ways to dive even deeper. And then we find out we have these gifts and things that we didn't realize they're kind of dormant. But when you just try things, I surprise myself all the time when I do these dragon readings and help connect people with their dragons. And then they're just like, oh my God, that like that was crazy, like that just opened up so many things, or like you're spot on. And I'm just like, wow, like once receiving that kind of feedback, because I'm surprised too, like I'm like, wow, really, like, okay, because I'm just being open, I'm just being a conduit. And when we do that, we can surprise ourselves, amazing things can come through. And yeah, just not being afraid to share. Who knows how, what the rest of your life is going to look like. You have to design it. You're the designer and the creator. And so be bold, be willing to share things that, especially things that could help someone immensely. And creativity, it can go so far and beyond what we think is possible, because you're not your best friend when it comes to what you should share or shouldn't, because we tend to be our worst critics. Our inner critic shows up. So put that critic aside and just allow yourself to share unapologetically, and allow your inner child to shine and blossom in the world, and fulfill your dreams, because yeah, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, well said. Don't wait. The world needs you. Yes.
Yeah,
Don't wait. The world is needing us to sing.
yeah.
Yeah, sing
Sing,
our hearts out.
dance, play,
Express.
enjoy life. So
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your lovely presentation, and your sharing your heart and music and your stories and your expression of beauty and the light and I love that you just poured into all of us. Thank you so much. Everybody was feeling it. Lots of hearts on here. You can go back and see lots of positive comments of people who just were appreciating you so much, Luna. Thank you,
yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you all so much, and I hope you
Right.
enjoy the rest of the summit.
Yeah. All right. Thank